Oh, yeah, boy. This I always start my live off by saying that. But we gonna get started on my topic today.
Finish. Button.
Is it too loud back there? Oh, yeah, ain't too loud.
Live 16 seconds.
Okay.
Zero watching now. Zero likes.
You know we gonna get some people in the building real quick before I even start. Now look, before we even get started today, I don't want nobody getting mad at me. I don't want nobody getting mad at the topic today, because the topic is real. It's not today we're gonna talk about modern medicine versus natural. My take on it, but it's not so much as me talk about which one is better. It's me talking about pretty much how people like to stigmatize medicine, how people like to diss medicine and think that medicine, prescribed medications are a bad thing. But no, we're gonna dive into that whole thing in just just a minute, yeah. You know, and you can say whatever you want in the live chat. Just don't say nothing stupid or foolishness. You got questions, ask. But yeah, man, today I want to dive into something real and a real topic. You know what I'm saying?
Live. Zero watching now. Zero likes.
Uh, I usually start at 2 minute mark. I don't like to start right off the bat. But yeah, man, that's what today's topic gonna be. Like I say, I ain't asking for no agreements. You can agree or disagree. It don't matter. But we got to stop this thing of dissing medicine out here. You know what I mean? Now, I could potentially read the chat box. But,
Live 2 minutes 4 seconds. Zero watching now. Zero likes.
Anyway, I might well go ahead and get started. Should I? Well, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Like I say, I ain't on here to rant. I ain't on here to vent. I'm just on here to say my take about this modern medicine versus the natural. Basically, what I'm about to say is we got to stop dissing medicine. People have to stop dissing medicine because don't realize medicine saved plenty of lives out here. We got different conditions out here in the world. No matter we all got different health issues out here, and anybody is at risk of getting any health condition, no matter what it is. If it's blood pressure problems such as hypertension, if it's type 1 or 2 diabetes, if it's a thyroid disorder, a seizure disorder. Look, everybody, and I mean everyone, can get it at any time in their life. And I do see a lot here on the internet about how they say, natural is the best way to go, and you shouldn't take these prescribed medications, which, yes, natural is the right way to go. But the problem is when they say, well, medications are bad for you because you gotta take them. You gotta take a pill. You shouldn't have to depend on a pill. You should just go all natural. Do it the holistic way. Eat garlic and peanut butter and all that. Okay, yeah, look, all that's good right there. The garlic and rosemary and basil, all that, them good herbs right there. But you don't realize this now because they like to say, well, you take prescription medications, that got chemicals in it. Do you realize any and everything you eat, drink, breathe, touch has chemicals in it? You realize that? And I'm just talking out in general. I ain't talking about nobody specifically, but I'm just talking out in general. Do you realize everything you eat, drink, touch has chemicals? The air you breathe got chemicals, and there's good natural chemicals and there's bad chemicals. But everything you have in your day-to-day life has chemicals. Hell, even the water you drink, it got chemicals in it. Even those they say take natural supplements. All of it's processed and turned into a capsule. It got chemicals in it. All they do is put ingredients together to make it seem like it's real natural, but that got chemicals in it. The food you eat, you can wash an apple or orange off or grapes off plenty of times and put vinegar on it and all that. But guess what? At the end of the day, it still got some sort of chemicals in it, no matter what it is. I don't know if I'll be able to read this thing or not, though.
Link, 5 minutes. Watching now. 1 link. Top fans. Button. Top fans. Switch camera. Button.
Hold on.
Create the short. Button. Turn off camera. Expand toolbar.
Shut up.
Welcome to the chat. Remember, I love. Hi. Button.
Hello.
I love. Say hi. Button.
Yeah.
Oliver Identity. Hi. Button.
Everybody saying hi on the chat today. Let's go.
Oliver Identity. Hello. Button.
Hello.
I love. Hi. Button. I love. Hello. Button. Frederick. Equals close this. Equals the water chocolates. Button.
Anyway,
I love. Button. I love. Everyone subscribe. Button.
everyone subscribe. Okay. But, okay, I'm going to get back to the chats. I'm going to get back to the chats in a minute. But, what was I saying? But no, they like to say, well, you know that processed food got chemicals. It's just not the processed stuff that got chemicals in it. The fruits, the vegetables, no matter what you eat, you're still eating chemicals. And that be their issue right there. They don't even realize what they be saying. And then, you know, I understand. They say natural is better than taking prescribed medications. Now, I don't know what y'all take is on medications, but first of all, look, natural is good, okay? Natural can manage. It's not going to cure your condition, no matter what you got, diabetes, hypertension, cholesterol issues, thyroid issues. It's not going to cure. I believe in remission. I don't too much believe in that cure stuff because any and all of that can still come back if you fall off track. But all you're doing is manage it with the natural stuff. Then same with medications. You're still not fixing it with the medicine. You're just managing it. Both tools, you're still managing conditions no matter what it is. But what makes people think that natural is better than taking medicine when they both work equally as well? Now, I will admit now, because medications ain't for everybody, but I hate when they say fix the root cause. Now, there's root cause of different conditions of diabetes or high blood pressure, right? Okay, if your root cause is diet, sure, man, you clean up your diet, you'll get it under control. You don't need medicine, right? Now, if it's your weight, if you're overweight or obese, lose a little bit of weight, exercise a little more, clean, eat a nice, well-balanced diet in moderation. Not saying go to the restrictive diet, like plant-based, but I'm going to get to that. I'm saying if your conditions are caused by a factor of being overweight, lose some weight. Now, half of the people have a root cause of genetics, because my high blood pressure is genetic. Yeah, I got hypertension, and yeah, I ain't ashamed to say I take medication for it. But if your stuff is genetic, you can't fix genetics. You can't change your DNA. And half of the people who eat a clean, well-balanced diet and who do all the right things and exercise can still get it. And, you know, you can manage it with natural lifestyle or medicine. Let me tell you my way of how I manage my stuff. And people ain't got to agree or disagree. It is what it is. Everybody got their own opinion, right? The way I do it is, the way I see it is, because I got to take on medication, right? I'm neutral. I ask people, are you all for medication? Are you neutral, or are you against medication? But I want a reason why. My reason why I'm neutral against medication is because I see the benefits. Like I say, I'm not all for it, but I dang sure ain't against it either. I'm not against it either. You know why? Because there's benefits. Certain medications, such as eye drops, what I take too. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have my vision to this day, right? If it wasn't for, blood pressure medicine is out here for a reason. And people might say, well, you don't need to depend on the pill to get your pressure under control. But realize this, though. Not everybody, not everyone will go natural, or not everyone, natural won't work for everybody. So then you got to look at it. Okay, so they take the medication, they'll be fine. It's not the fact that you take the medicine, oh, you just depend on medicine. No, you got to make the lifestyle changes with it too, which that's what I do. I take the medicine and eat my stuff in moderation. I don't sit around and eat no fried food 7 days a week. I do a mix up. The people, if you don't like medicine, just say your reasoning. You ain't gotta go around here telling other people, well, you shouldn't take medication. Why should I take it? Oh, I don't like it. No, you need a real reason. If you don't like medicine, why? Why don't you like to take medication? Is it just you don't like it, or it's just not your thing? But again, medicine ain't for everybody. But you got to look at the benefits of it, though, because half of us, if it wasn't for medicine centuries ago, we wouldn't be here. Yeah, boy, we would not be here. If it wasn't for medicine with cancer, to put it into remission, those patients, half of them wouldn't be here. If it wasn't for insulin, for diabetes, none of them would be here. If it wasn't for blood pressure, thyroid medication, none of them would be here either. It's just the fact that you got to look at the benefits of medicine instead of just talking down on it and say, oh, it's evil. And big pharma. Let me tell you something. Every business got to make money. Every business got to make money, no matter if it's big pharma or you go get them organic teas, them natural supplements. It's all, let me tell you something. They say they got chemicals in prescriptions. All of it's processed. All of it's processed. Just because you say big pharma likes to make money and watch us get sick of that, I mean, that I don't see that, and that really ain't the truth. That's like those natural supplements you be getting. You're basically substituting a pill for another pill, if you know what I'm talking about. Just because it say natural supplements with a pretty nice little leaf at the bottom don't mean that that lost train of thought, that it's straight up natural. They had to process that into they had to put some ingredients in it, had to put some chemicals in it. That stuff ain't straight up natural. Them herbal teas, listen, herbs are real. Like I said, rosemary, basil, all that other stuff. Cinnamon is real too. But but that cinnamon, what we eat, is processed. You didn't even know that either. Because if you ate real cinnamon, I heard, you would die. But cinnamon does help with blood pressure control or blood sugar control or whatever you got, right? Which I love cinnamon, don't get me wrong. But when you think about herbal teas and organic teas and these powders and all this stuff, what do you think that is? Do you think that's straight up natural? They just straight up put all that natural stuff in there? You think they got it? First, they got to ground it up. They got to bag it up, process it. It's processed. It's process. Read these, but I'm gonna keep on going here.
Welcome to the chat. I'm in love. Hi. Welcome.
Oh, I should have went down there.
I'm in love. Everyone subscribe. Welcome. Austin, can you mark for me? Welcome. This message is held for review. Review message.
I ain't even focusing on
Kelly.
that.
Hi. Welcome.
Hello.
Marcus Eric. Yo. WSGN. Which one you prefer? Modern or natural? Welcome.
I prefer. It don't matter to me. I prefer what I'm doing now. If I really, I ain't knocking natural, but I prefer both if I had an opportunity. But I do got an opportunity. I just stick with what I stick with, and that's modern medicine I take.
Chat options. Welcome. Marcus Eric. Yo. WSGN. Which one you prefer? Modern or natural? Welcome.
But yeah, back to what I was saying about this processed stuff. Everything you eat is processed. That's like, okay, there's a channel on YouTube I look at. I ain't gonna say the name of it, but you do realize when people get real desperate and they real worried about their condition, no matter what they have, they go to plant-based, right? Let me tell you something about the plant-based, because that's just a restrictive diet too, right? They say, well, plant-based, the food tastes just as better than the junk food out here. Let me tell you something. Food is food. Bean soup is bean soup. Chicken wings is chicken wings. Fish is fish. It is what it is. Food is food at the end of the day. Ain't nothing better than another type of food. All the same thing. But y'all knock it. Oh well, I realize when I eat plant-based, I don't need no medicine. I can cure it with plant-based. You ain't cured nothing with plant-based. All you did was got it under control. All you did was got it under control. You didn't actually cure it. So, and half of that plant-based stuff is artificial. All of it's artificial. You ain't even know that though. But people like to make it seem like they actually eating real, actual plants. I heard all of it's artificial. They want to brainwash others to stop taking their medication and just take natural supplements when they're substituting the pill for another pill. And that don't make no sense. And the point they trying to make, there is no point they trying to make, because both ways work equally as well. If you don't, like I say, taking a pill for me one day, taking one pill for me a day don't hurt at all. All I do is take it and eat my stuff in moderation. I ain't overeating no junk food, no none of that. So all that all the plant-based, all that's artificial. The problem is, I just don't like when they try to make medicine not that look like the villain, when half of that medicine, prescribed medicine or not, helped your family members live longer. And sure, you got people out here. I think genetics determine what it is, but you got the real healthy ones, right? Who exercise, eat clean, and do all the right things. Tell me this, because I have heard stories in their 20s and 30s. How come they got heart disease even though they do the right stuff, right? But people say they don't believe in genetics or family history. They ain't realize they had a family history of heart disease in their family. Now you got the unhealthy people who don't do any of the right stuff, who just, think of the wrong stuff, and then you know what I'm talking about. They don't have nothing. It's all about the genes. If they got the genes and you do the right stuff, that doesn't mean that you're not going to get it. That doesn't guarantee that you will have it, but there's a possibility the genes are still there. If you do the wrong things, most likely you will get certain conditions. If you don't have the genes and you do the right stuff, crazy, right? But you can still get a condition no matter what. If you have to do the wrong stuff, don't have the genes, you might not get the condition. It all depends. Not everyone is the same. Not everyone is the same. So at the end of the day, they want to say fix the root cause. If your root cause of your condition is genetics, you can't fix that. The only thing you can do is manage it. Not cure it completely, but you can manage it and potentially knock it back into remission. Like I say, medicine is not a bad thing. I understand y'all say natural is the way to go. And let me let you know this though. If God really had they say how the body supposed to heal itself. Okay, I do believe in that, but it can heal itself to a certain degree though. Because our body ain't Superman. It can fight off infections. It can fight off colds, flus, whatever, right? But it ain't going to be Superman. It ain't going to cure no diabetes by itself. It ain't going to cure no blood pressure issues by itself. It ain't going to cure no thyroid disorder by itself. It can manage, it can fight off an infection, but sometimes you're going to need some antibiotics to fight it off too. Because without antibiotics, the infection would spread throughout your body. So it can heal itself, but to a certain degree. They say heal naturally. That's what it's doing. It's fighting off things, but to a certain degree. I bet half of the people who did medicine didn't even know when they was born they was given medicine, because if it wasn't for the medicine, they wouldn't live past the first 24-hour mark. Damn, my package. You wouldn't live past the 24-hour mark. So see, but you got people out here chasing miracle powders, miracle supplements that think, oh yeah, well this better than that prescription. I'm gonna take this right here. I'm gonna take this right here. Oh, this gonna help me. I'm gonna take it. You're really not helping it both ways. All it's doing is just keeping it under control and managing it. The difference between a natural supplement and prescribed medications, there's no difference. They both pills. They both, you substitute prescription for natural supplement and vice versa. That's all it is. That's all it is. It feel good up in here, boy.
Yo, chat options, button.
Like I say, I just do what I do because I don't let nobody dictate for me. If somebody told me, well, I don't think you should be taking that medicine, I want a reason and why, and they'll make it sound good enough to make somebody believe that, oh wow, yeah, we really don't need prescriptions. But then if you think about it though, that's because they don't like medicine, and that's because they got you brainwashed and think that what they're saying, you know, and I ain't dissing nobody, but they make you think that it's real good and it's real true. Nope, you know deep down in your heart that you're not going to stop taking prescribed medications just because somebody said take a natural supplement, even though that can probably make your condition worse. And another thing I hate seeing out here is these ads on YouTube. I don't know if y'all seen it though, but they got these AI people. These ain't even real people talking, but they got these AI marketers out here talking about, hey, you know, type 2 diabetes or something is caused by what they say, a parasite sucking such and such beta cells out the pancreas, and you don't need medicines and diet to fix it. All you got to do is do this 6 or 7 second trick or whatever they say, a 7-second trick to the help, and you'll wake up diabetes free in the next 24 to 48 hours. Oh, that ain't nothing but just a scam right there. They want y'all to believe that what that is, you can drink all the apple cider vinegar and all the lemon water and eat all the cinnamon. Guess what? You're still gonna wake up with diabetes. It's gonna be under control, but you're still gonna wake up with something. They say that 7-second trick gonna cure it in the 24 hours and such. It's not caused by family history. It's a parasite. Well, if y'all believe that, believe it. If you don't need to stop taking these white corporates or something, stop taking these drugs and do it this way. Guess what? If you believe that, that's what you believe. I don't listen to none of that, because that's very dangerous. If you know what I'm saying, that's very dangerous, because somebody can stop taking their prescribed treatment and go on to do what that thing on YouTube told them to do, and guess what? They might be worse off than what they were. It might be done did something to their condition. So don't buy into any of that. If you buy into any of it, you can try it, but I guarantee you're not going to wake up cured and free of diabetes. You will be, it will be under control. So don't let them YouTube ads catch you off guard. If you know what works for you, it works for you. Because whatever works for them, no matter if it's plant-based, vegan, vegetarian, keto, whatever, what works for them works for them. What works for you works for you. Same vice versa. What may work for you may not work for them. What worked for them may not work for you. Everyone is different. If medicine didn't work for me, guess what? I would have been on switched it up. But it's working for me, so guess what? And like I said, I ain't following nobody. I ain't being a follower. I'm just doing it my way. Medicine in moderation. That's what I do. That's what I believe in. Medicine in moderation. I don't believe sticking to one restrictive diet for the rest of your life and think that's going to make you live longer and cure your stuff. You think of it. you really got to mix and match up your diet. You shouldn't stay to no restrictive diet. The natural folks can outlive the ones with prescribed medicines, or vice versa. The one with prescribed medicines can outlive natural folks. So there is which is better. There is nothing better between both. And then how people say, well, my doctor put me on medicine, but I don't want to take it. You ain't got to take it. They say, they forcing us to take it. They're not forcing you. Yeah, they can force you, but you ain't got to listen to them. If you don't want to take it, don't take it. If they ain't prescribing nothing for you, you really want a prescription because you think it's out of control, let them prescribe it. But they ain't going to force you. They ain't going to call you up every day at your house. Hey, did you take you took your pill? You took your insulin? If you don't want to take it, trust and believe, you ain't got to. But people choose to listen to the doctor and make it seem like the doctor actually forced them to, when you have an option. You got choices. You choose to take it or don't. Now, with some doctors, I don't agree because sometimes you got people who come into the doctor's office for the first time and their blood pressure might be high, maybe because of traffic or their nerves bad, and then they try to give them prescription medications right away. That ain't the right way to do it. I think the right way to do it, because how they did me was all they did was they checked it over a period of time. They took it for months, and they got multiple high readings. So what they did, prescribe me medications. And me, I don't really care if I got to take it or don't take it. I don't really care about if I really have to take a pill or don't. But I hate when they say you don't have to depend on those pills to get your stuff under control. Everybody depending on something, no matter what it is. You're still depending on something. No matter if that's a pill, a natural supplement, a plant-based diet, a vegetarian, keto, no matter what it is. You still depending on something. They say do it yourself. You're still not doing it yourself. I want you to know that. You're still not managing yourself. You know why? Because you're depending on plants, meats, all kind of stuff. So when they say do it yourself, get that do it yourself myth out. Me, I'd rather stick with my thing, medicine in moderation. Because I don't feel like that plant-based stuff, half of it's unaffordable anyway. I don't feel like trying to buy it. Gotta prep it up. Gotta cook it. I don't want to do that all day, every day. And then I don't want to worry about, oh, well, they out of this or they out of that. Now I can't cook it. Now I can't eat tonight. I don't want to worry about that, because that's what they worry about. That's what they worry about. I'd rather stick with my medicine in moderation. I ain't never got to worry about, going without nothing. I can still enjoy a barbecue with my friends or family. I can still eat how I want to. But when you restrict to one diet, and the plant-based especially, unaffordable sometimes, and they might not have the stuff you actually need. I want to be able to enjoy a nice dinner. I'd rather take one pill a day and enjoy a nice dinner with my people, instead of trying to prep all this stuff up all day, every day. That's their lifestyle, but everybody got their own medicine. Everybody takes their own, no matter, like I said, prescriptions, plant-based, it's your own medicine. But don't knock prescription medications just because you don't like them. Yeah, boy, don't knock prescription medications just because you don't like them. You need a reasoning. You need a reason for why you think we should need prescription medicines. They can say all they want about natural, but both of them work equally as well. So that's what it is. That's my take on it. That's me at the top. Ain't dissing nobody. You ain't gotta agree. You can agree or disagree. It don't matter. Everybody got their own opinions. But look at the facts, though. Medicine is proven to help for centuries. For centuries, it's proven to help people out. If it wasn't for the eye drops, I wouldn't have my vision. If it wasn't for prescription medications, half of the people would be dead. They say, well, Big Pharma should take it off the market. So what you saying? We should let people die, huh? Of complications from a health condition. That's evil of you. Y'all say big pharma evil. That's evil of them even thinking about that. And not everyone is gonna go natural. Everyone do their own thing. Not everybody's about to sit here just because you tell them to go natural. It's gonna go natural. That's why prescription medications are out here for those people. But yeah, boy. That's my take. That's me off the top talking about the modern medicine today and natural today. Neither is better than one another. Both are managing tools. And you're still depending on something, whether it's natural, whether it's herbs, or whether it's that processed tea and plants. No matter what it is, you're still depending on something, natural or prescriptions. Just don't be knocking prescription medication, because people actually live long off of that too. Yeah, boy. But yeah, man, y'all can like, comment, and subscribe, and you know, I don't care if you comment. I want to hear your comments on here if when I upload it. But yeah, y'all can like, comment, and subscribe. You know, let me know what y'all think. But shut up. God dang. But before I end it, I'm gonna put my quote in here today, and it goes a little something like this: the playing field is level. Now look, the choice is yours to make. You can either make a good decision or a bad decision. It can either have a positive or a negative impact on you and the people around you. Hold on. Another thing I forgot to mention, I had it in my head earlier. For them people who say they don't like medicine, I bet they be the same ones running to the pharmacy getting ibuprofen and Tylenol for migraines or back pain. So that ain't nothing but hypocrites right there. They say they don't like medicine, but they be the main ones running to the doggone pharmacy. They call it the evil big pharma, running there and getting some ibuprofen, Tylenol, Zyrtec, Benadryl, all kind of stuff to manage something. Hypocrites. Yeah, man, I forgot to put that in there. I had it in my head, but I forgot to say it. But yeah, man, let me know what y'all think. I already put my quote in here. Hope y'all have a wonderful, blessed day. If you like the content, you can always subscribe so you get more content like this. Yeah, boy, yada I mean. I'm probably about to go chill out.
Yo. Chat options. Button.
Anyway. Oh, come on.
Stop fans. Button. Finish. Button. 33 minutes, 7 seconds.
30 minutes, 7 seconds. Let's go.
To watching now. 1 like.
To watch now. Well, golly. Well, I hope somebody run the likes up, but we about to end it. Have a blessed day. And I don't know what I'm going to do live the next time. Hopefully Saturday. If I don't, I'll see.
Finish. Button. Are you sure you want to stop streaming?